Welcome back to the Reggies. You're here with three blokes who could have been anything but decided to have fun instead. We're your hosts, Groper, Tommy, and down the end is Jace. Now, before we start today with our usual Reggie chat, we've got something very serious and very saddening to talk about. Wish we didn't have to, but I feel like our show needs to show some respect to a bloke who tragically lost his life on Monday. Dean Squizzy Holland, a young South Australian jockey, had a fall at Donald in race 1 on Monday afternoon. He just had the biggest win of his career only a mere 6 weeks ago in the Newmarket Handicap when he was aboard in secret, and he was a much-loved figure in the racing industry. Now, we've got a racing trainer and a mate of ours, Barbs, who was asked if we could please play this recording that he sent through, which we absolutely said yes to. So, away you go, Barbs.
Reggies. It's Barbs the Brisbane horse trainer here, lads. Look, I know we get on this show and we carry on about punting and winning money and who gives the best tips and all that sort of shit. But I just wanted to say, lads, it's the 24th of April, Monday, and this afternoon at Donald Racecourse in Victoria, a good mate of mine lost his life in a race fall. Dean Holland, 34 years of age, married, 4 kids under the age of 5. He got up yesterday morning, grabbed his bag, threw it in his car, give his kids and his missus a kiss, and they're never going to see him again. Just remember, boys, what these brave men and women do every time they get on the back of a racehorse, eh? That's all I wanted to say, and rest in peace, Dino.
I think that's about as raw as it gets from Barbs.
Hey man, that hit me pretty hard.
Yeah, that's
being
gut-wrenching.
in, knowing what that'd feel like leaving a family like that,
Yeah.
4 kids, a missus and that. It'd be hard for anyone, but mate, it's even like harder when you hear someone leaving kids behind like that. Eh?
Yeah, it wasn't, look, not the way that we wanted to start the show or anything like that. So it was a bit of a weird intro there, but I think what had to be said, and I would rather have done it at the start there than at the end.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah,
mate. And like
definitely.
us talking about punting and horses and stuff like that, it's a part of that industry. And
Yeah.
it's a very important one. So yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Now, there's been a lot of falls in Victoria over the past months. Some got away with minor injuries. There's some very serious ones, and now a fatality. I think the reason that of these falls and the racing incidents won't be something that we'll discuss or speculate about, because I'm absolutely sure that Racing Victoria are doing some serious investigating. So I think all we need to say is R.I.P. Squizzy Holland.
Yep. Cheers to him.
Cheers to you, mate.
And you, Bruss.
All right, lads. Now, look, plenty more to discuss on today's show, boys.
You just want to have your bet now, Gropes?
I'll just change it up again.
Yeah, it is his show.
Oh, that's right. I just didn't know where it was coming. It's from last week, that's all. Yeah, anyway.
Look,
No, you're right, mate.
Thanks for that, Tommy. Look, couple of the best Anzac Day games in both codes of footy.
Oh,
yesterday.
hands down.
Oh,
mate.
The
How good was that?
The Pies comeback in the AFL was something to behold, and then the Wooden Spooners almost getting the comeback complete over the Chooks as well. Look, we're going to pick a halfback in the RRLC. The Blue Bet All In is with me this week after Tommy's huge $30 collect last week.
Huge.
Can the Blue Bet Old Boys please provide us with something? But look, first up, let's give Tom a clap for finally doing something and providing the listeners with, look, not the biggest collect of all time. I mean, if you put $10 on, you would have got $27.50 back. But hey, you're off the mark, and you actually sounded like you knew what you were talking about, mate. So well done.
Two from two. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you saved the show last week.
Yeah, that's right. They're on my shoulders this week.
Yeah.
Lucky they're broad.
Oh, no, it was good to see you, and you did carry the fuck on, too.
Yeah. Well, I was full of alcohol in Adelaide.
Adelaide was a hoot, wasn't it?
Oh, bud. If anyone bumped into us in Adelaide, first of all, sorry. And it was nice to meet you.
I just got over it today, and I opened up the computer this morning. I went, fucking righto, let's do some work, podcast work, and I've seen all the messages, and there was like 2 or 3 messages of blokes saying, oh yeah, we're gonna see you. What was that place we kept going back to? The club one. Fucking what was it called? But anyway, they kept saying, oh yeah, we're gonna see you here tonight.
Yeah, oh, the wool shed.
The wool shed, yeah. Oh, you coming to the wool shed tonight? And I replied this morning. And I went, oh, sorry, mate. I definitely did not look at any messages over the weekend.
Nah.
So,
But no, that
sorry,
was a
boys.
great time.
We
Apparently
did go there, though, so we might have seen them.
Got asked 1,000 times, are you at the Live Golf event? It's just
Yeah.
like, well, you should be, but no, we're not.
No, that was it, eh? Every taxi we caught, everything was, oh, you've been at the golf.
Jeez,
No.
the town was firing because of it, though, eh?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, it
it
was
did look
unreal.
fucking epic.
Yeah.
It was a massive festival.
How good was the hole in one?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
Chase Koepka.
we were at a fucking sports bar at the casino, Groper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was prime, man. They had a wall about fucking probably 2 or 3 meters high, and probably 15 meters long.
Yeah.
Something like that?
There was 2 big projector.
Yeah, just
screens
full of
really well.
screens, and every sport was on it.
How good's that?
And mate, with it happened while we were there on one of the smaller TVs, but we were all going, "What the fuck's going on there?"
Yeah.
You feel bad for the groundskeeper, don't you?
Oh, but they get it done quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
They fucking have to.
Quickly, they've got it all cleaned
And
up.
Bert
she's good to
Kreischer
go.
with the fucking kid off,
Yeah.
swinging
Yeah.
his shirt around.
Yeah,
Like,
that
how
was
good was that?
glorious. Yeah, they had it was good though at the casino on the biggest screen. They had the NBA on, Tom, which
Didn't
Mate,
match the vibe.
Dead. Well, we're in fucking Australia. And the aerial ping pong's on one big one, and I'm like, that's fair enough. We're in
Adelaide.
AFL country, so I
Yeah.
wasn't blowing up about that at all. I'm like, hey, these people love this sport. Fucking good on them. And here I am, sitting in front of a big wide ass screen with basketball, American basketball on it, and here in a little fucking tiny little screen is the NRL. And I'm
Just-
like, swap those fuckers around.
Just different state. I like
Like-
NBA, but that's very fucking
No,
prior. You got to have priorities.
I'm not saying
yeah.
I'm not saying get it off. I'm just saying
Just have it on the small ones and know where you are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So
Who
they would
knows?
give me shit about that.
Maybe
Someone must have had to
hanging on.
fucking ask for it. There's
Yeah.
one bloke sitting in the crowd
well,
with the Lakers
we had
jersey.
we had to ask to get it swapped to put the rugby on.
Afterwards, there was wrestling on it.
Yeah, that's right.
Not even UFC.
I couldn't
just-
cop that. I'm like, a grown adult
yeah,
shouldn't
yeah,
watch
yeah.
this, let
Nah.
alone it be on
I
a big
think
screen.
Definitely what happened there is the basketball's finished and then that's
it's just
the
rolled.
fake wrestling's come
Oh,
on. But then no
WWE,
one
yeah.
done anything about it.
Oi, how's this though? My one sort of bad take on Adelaide for sport. Not one pub put the Garcia Tank Davis fight on.
That's
Not
not even
one-
Adelaide, man. That was Gladstone
Really?
as well. Yep.
What the fuck was going on?
I rocked
there,
up
man?
at the TAV with a couple of mates and I was like, oh, he's putting the fight on. They're like, is the UFC or boxing? Boxing. She's like, nah, nowhere in Gladstone is.
Man,
Yeah,
no
that's-
one.
So we had to fucking race home and quickly
So
order
that's
it.
said in
Like,
Adelaide too.
Wow,
it must just be in Australia.
because
didn't
we
have-
were teeing off saying like, oh yeah, at home we fucking, every pub, every corner, you just stop into one and watch it. So it wasn't the same, eh?
It's a boxing thing, eh? I don't know.
yeah, fucks
It
me.
must just be not an Aussie fighter, but that was like that fight was a big thing across the globe
Yeah.
though. Well, that was a
Yeah.
big event.
There was a bloke at the casino blowing up at the bar staff because apparently the casino advertised that it would be on. So they've shot themselves in the foot big time.
Because I said to him like, I'll literally pay for it.
just
If
put
you
it
can
up.
Just put it up.
Here's my login.
Yeah,
just
on
fucking
the
pay
thing.
for it.
But, but anyway, so that was a bit weird.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in the sport, but yeah.
Now, I've just got one little thing to say because I'm assuming a lot of these people are from Adelaide and Melbourne area. The gather round. There was a little clip that was getting around on TikTok there that everybody had a lot to say about, that we didn't check our facts and we don't know and every game was sold out. I fucking said, righto, maybe I've been clickbaited by something and I've just believed it. No. Go back and watch the KO mini of Essendon v Melbourne and Geelong v West Coast and fucking tell me I'm wrong. Because there is no one there. The first bounce. Watch. All you got to do, put the KO mini on, watch the first bounce and pause it when they do the big wide shot and fucking tell me where all the people are.
We don't give a fuck about the numbers and ticket sales. Well,
Yeah.
that proves the point. You fucking who actually showed up.
And I also love the AFL, by the way. And
And
I'm not
myself.
not saying it because I'm just a rugby league
Yeah.
pig.
People are saying like, oh,
Like me.
fucking don't want to hear anything from NRL supporters. Look at your fucking crowds.
Yeah.
Like,
But anyway, I don't
yeah.
care. Give me shit all you want.
I don't
but
care either. Not at all.
You can go back.
You just don't seem to care at all.
No, keep giving it to us, but you can
Yeah.
go. We'll just go watch the KO mini, mate.
End of the day, you're still watching the clip.
You're wrong.
Doesn't
Groper's
matter.
right.
Anyway, one other thing that I worked out that Port Adelaide supporters hate when you sing the Collingwood song at them.
Oh, mate. So
I
I've
can't
got to get a
imagine-
bit of
I
an outsider
cannot
view
imagine
here.
why.
Groper was just barking. And I didn't, because I'm not an AFL bloke, I didn't really understand why, but I was like, there are some wild-looking lids spinning quickly at this man. Explain what you did.
So basically, Eddie Maguire kicked this big thing off. Was it last year? Or the
Couple
year
of years
before?
ago.
I think it might have been the year before. I don't know. But Port Adelaide got their traditional jumper, which is like a prison bar jumper.
Yep.
And it's black and white stripes. Collingwood obviously wear black and white stripes. And there was this big thing. Eddie said, you can't wear that jumper. So pretty much at a Port home game, every supporter bought one and wore it to say, fuck you.
Yeah.
And there's just this big thing. It dragged on for so long, man, and it was just absolute bullshit. Anyway, every person I saw wearing a prison bar jumper, I just started singing good old Collingwood forever.
Loud, too.
How'd they take that?
Oh, look, most people just laughed and went, piss off, you wanker, or
Yeah.
something like that, which is fair enough. But there was this one bloke that stuck out because he had like his little daughter with him, and she would have been 4 or 5. I'm just guessing there, but she was, small.
Yep.
Holding his hand, and he is yelling at me from about 20 to 30 metres away, all sorts of abuse, and like, I'm just
Wow.
going, come on, Brussy.
Yeah, sensitive topic. Fucking hell.
Your little daughter's with you. Just
Yeah, I thought this bloke was going to come and just bulldog Groper. I was going to love it, too.
Yeah, he would have just sat back and watched.
I was there to him when he started barking. I'm like, mate, I'm just letting you know I'm going to let you get flogged. And then when they keep going, then I'll like, come on.
Yeah, when they're showing no remorse, I'll step in.
But no one did. The big gropes put the mocker on him.
Nice.
Put the mocker.
No, not mocker. Not the mocker, sorry.
Heard about me record.
Big Owen.
Yeah.
Owen 6.
But anyway, first take on Adelaide, loved it.
Yep.
Right.
Agreed.
Now, a bloke sent something in about you, Jace.
Did he?
A bloke has said, just want to give a big shout out to Jace. Thanks for giving up your Sunday arvo to go down and ref the Manly vs Tigers game. He said, good on you, champion. Mum and Dad must be proud. Now,
Oh, Toddy.
I knew who it was straight away.
I know straight
But
away
I
too.
jumped on NRL.com and checked who was reffing that game, and sure enough, it was Todd Smith.
Yep.
And it made me piss
Toddy.
myself because Tom and I may have cracked that joke a few times
Oh.
in the group chat.
I've heard it that many times this year.
Mate, I remember
Fucking
one
hell.
game he was reffing, and they're like, we hadn't even chatted about it yet. And he gave a penalty, and I knew the other two would be watching, and I just put in the group chat, fuck off, Jace. There's no way that was a penalty. Put your whistle away, Jace. Fuck you.
Oh, we need to find out that Reggie ref's name. Remember when we see him every
Oh,
week?
he's got the reggiest rig. Yeah,
Yeah, ganging
100%.
off him.
Like I do too, but
Yeah.
you know, I'm not a professional referee.
Yeah. He doesn't help himself because he puts his, like, fucking little recorder thing on,
Yeah.
on his
Oh,
chest
yeah.
too, not on his back.
Yeah, that's right. The rig, and he just lets the guts poke out as far as he can, and he's got like,
We'll figure out his name anyway. He
love
might-
it though. I love that there's
Yeah.
a Reggie rig just
Yeah.
steaming around.
Well, he might actually
Blowing the whistle.
yeah,
If we have to provide a ref at home games, he could be
He's a good shout.
for the
yeah.
RRLC. He
That's
might
right.
be
He can be the
our
ref. We slip a couple of bucks under the table.
Yeah. Yeah, for pies or something.
We'll pay him in pie and can of Coke.
But speaking of the RRLC, we're picking a halfback this week. Before we do that, for new listeners, the RRLC is the Reggies Rugby League Club. We're building a franchise. we've been doing it for 10 episodes now. We are going to eventually put a big post up of every position we've picked, every sort of staff position. We've actually got a bloke who's doing a little team sheet up for us.
Yeah,
I
how
hope
good's
he's
that?
still doing that, actually. But we're down to the last run-on position, and it's the halfback. Very, very important position. We've got Shane Keith Warren playing 5'8", and he's a leader in itself, but we need someone to... He's going to be our runner, I reckon. He's going to run the ball.
Yep.
This bloke needs to steer the ship around. Potential captain for me, but my nomination is Andrew Joey Johns.
I think that's unanimous.
I think it'd be just crazy not to be voting
Yeah.
Joey in that spot.
I think there's a few reasons as to why he's a Reggie. There's no need to discuss his footy career. He's
No.
immortal.
Yeah,
for
the
fuck's
eighth
sake.
immortal.
So
Yeah.
that's his playing side.
Yeah, ticks the box.
The interview after the 97 grand final on Channel 7 at 6 a.m. the next day with his brother, Fergan Matty,
Yeah.
is absolute folklore. That's where the "it's better than Lego"
Yeah,
call comes.
yeah.
That was from Matty, but the minute or so before that, when Joey can't even string a sentence together and he's wearing that stupid party top hat, it's fucking classic. He goes to speak and he just mumbles something and then just goes, "Oh, sorry," and just takes off at the side of the shot. I can't remember if this was on a podcast that he did on the Howie games or if it was on Channel 9, but he was talking about how they were just getting home from an away game and they'd teed up Joey's missus to pick him up from the airport. Him and, I don't know if it was one other bloke or whatever. Told her to call him up when she was around the corner, so she does, obviously. Says, "I'm about a minute away." Joey goes, "Sweet, the bags are on the sidewalk," straight in a cab, and didn't go home until Tuesday or something. What a devil.
Oh, mate.
And then, obviously, he wrote all through his book that he loved partying, and he openly still puts
Yep.
shit on himself for being a rat bag. And I think the most recent one was he was in the sheds after the Panthers beat the Rabbits in round 2 this year. There's music playing and carrying on because Panthers had the bye the next week.
Yeah, yep.
And he's interviewing one of the players and he goes up and says, "So bye next week. Tell the missus you'll see her Wednesday." And he sort of just looks at him like, "Fucking hell, you're a bloke."
He doesn't have much of a filter
Menace.
still. I think that's
Nah.
what makes it good. He's fucking genuine.
Can you imagine how much fun those blokes would have had back before phones,
yeah.
before camera phones?
Oh,
Seriously, man. Like, you think about it and, like, imagine someone going, "I saw you doing cocaine in the shitter," and you went, "No, you didn't."
Prove it.
Fuck off. What, do you got a sketch, do you? Fuck off.
No, he didn't.
haven't got a photo, fuck off.
Imagine if one of the boys get a message about that now and they just go, "Fuck." If they were doing it, they go, "Oh well, I'm fucked."
Yeah. Like, it just shows you, like, they would have just been able to have, it was like that era where, they would
they
have
were
been
just
definitely the
wild.
most
Last
fun
of
to
the
do.
golden era of partying.
Yeah.
Well, I
In
suppose still
athletes.
having fun memories of partying whilst playing professional sport.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
now it's pretty, like, you might get a couple on an end of the year trip where the boys might go to Bali or something
Yeah.
and they might be away from
Or
the...
you go to Europe and just Angus Crichton yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, how's that?
Wow. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Very
Yeah.
allegedly.
That's right.
Now, I was going to mention one more thing about Joey. I don't know if you've mentioned it on here before, but they're interviewing Tedesco after the game. They've just gone to North Queensland and put about 45 points on North Queensland. And they've got Teddy on there. I think they had the bye again the next week. They got the private jet up there, and Joey goes, "Oh, you got the jet. Few tins on the way back, enjoy this win. You've got 5 or 6 blokes out." And Teddy just goes, "Oh, no, it's all about recovery these days," and blah, blah, blah. And Joey just puts his head in his hands and just goes, "Oh, gee, I'm glad I played when I did." Like on Channel 9.
Yeah. So, if he wasn't a dead set blues, he is the heart and soul of New South
Oh,
Wales,
yeah.
I think I'd love him more. And I love him, like, for what he is and a character of the game. But I fucking laugh, man, where Because obviously we say they don't get it, and a lot of yous don't. Yous are fucking hopeless. But like, obviously those blokes fucking they're the same as us with Origin, and I just love when Joey literally goes, I just like when they say we don't get it and that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
he
You can
gets
tell
so
how deflated
He's
he is.
got some fucking passion in him. For
Oh,
he,
mate.
he gets it.
He gets
What
it for
about
sure.
when he
He
had
gets
the dropped lip on national television after that Origin? I was
Yeah.
going, look at this Suki
And
cat.
Fatty's little bobblehead in the corner.
Oh,
Because he just said, now we've got to put up with the bullshit
Yeah.
for the next 12 months. And Fatty just gets this little smirk on his face.
yeah, that's right. But no, man, there's no doubt about Joey is a passionate, fucking, very skilled Reggie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%
You know.
for Reggie.
So,
Righto.
he's-
Well, look,
couldn't pick a
Joey,
better
you're
seven.
potentially going to be a captain. There's no promises being made here.
that's going
Worst
to be
case,
a,
VC.
that's going to be a
Oh,
fucking
another big call.
that's
Yeah.
going to be a wild poll or chat to fucking go through, isn't it?
Do we put
Definitely.
all 13 names? Because you can't have the skipper on the interchange bench.
No.
No.
So, do we put all 13 names and let
I
the
think
people
I
vote?
think we have to let the whole community vote on that 13 because at least they can't vote for some fucking idiot who like
Yeah.
they can only pick someone on that list. Thank fuck.
Yeah, I know, but I
Um,
mean, do we pick 5 or 6?
Yeah,
Or do
I
we
think
give
so.
them the whole 13.
No, I reckon we pick sort of 5
Well, narrow
or
it
6.
Narrow it down
Yeah.
to
Narrow
yeah.
it down.
Righto, and we'll
Because then
chuck
we'll
it
get
on there.
some stray ones like from Minto.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's right. No wingers are captaining this team.
No.
Fuck off. Yeah, sounds good.
Well, mentioned it a bit earlier, but huge Anzac Day round, boys. Kicked off Thursday night with a big win from the Rabbits over the Premiers. I don't know if you saw that one.
That
Tough one.
was a fucking good game.
It was a great
that was
game.
a-
That's
from
what
a-
I'm getting at is
Yeah.
huge win there, great game, and then it ended with probably 2 of the toughest games seen yesterday. It looked like everyone spilt at least a drop of blood on both the Chooks and the Dragons team.
Yeah.
Did you see Big Lindsay look at himself on the screen?
Yeah.
Pissed and blood and just
Fucking
smile.
oath. Yeah.
DeBellin was bleeding. Sloan was even bleeding at the end. And then the Warriors went down to 0 players on the bench last night.
That was insane.
And it still took to the last minute for Melbourne
sucked
to beat
in,
them.
you fucks.
So,
Finally got yes.
yeah. And it needed them to go down to 13 for you to get them.
Against
Oh,
Melbourne
mate.
too.
How's this? So a few of the boys who were on the trip with us all had like 13 leg multis that were all paying like over $1,000.
Yeah,
Heaps.
the odds were like $120 and they'd had a tenner on it.
Yeah.
And it had got down to Melbourne.
Like it was
Fuck.
like Roosters Melbourne.
Yeah,
That's what
so
they
the Roosters, they were thinking they're home there, and then they get it by a point.
Yeah.
And they're all bonus bets, so they couldn't cash out.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
And then me and Tom just go in the chat, we're like, the bros are going to fuck you.
Yeah, I tipped them and they fucking hate me. So,
No, you tipped Melbourne.
oh
And the
yeah, I
bros
tipped
hate
Melbourne.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tipped Melbourne and they fucking hate me. But finally,
And
but
then they go up 12-0 after about 10
And they were
minutes.
looking good
Yeah.
too.
They were.
but the lads got home. It was a fucking it was
It was
well
good
done
to
for
see.
them.
You're not going to win too many of them.
No,
Big
Fuck
12-leggers and shit. Yeah. But yeah, I just thought it was a great effort from the Warriors. In defeat.
Fucking oath.
Oh, go down to 13, you're away. They play that game at Amy every year, don't they? It's
Yep.
not like they swap it to...
well,
No,
the
they
last
played it
couple of
every
years,
year.
remember they weren't in New Zealand at all, so it might have been because of that. Do you think? Or
I'm pretty sure it's a Melbourne every
I
year.
think
Ah,
that's
righto.
the thing they make it. It's in Melbourne
Yep.
every year, yeah. But, I mean, it was unreal. It was great to see before the game. One thing I didn't like was... Because I watched Essendon Collingwood.
Yeah, me too.
And the last post and the whole Anzac ceremony before that, I don't know whether they can like dim the crowd or whatever, or if it is literally you can hear a pin drop. But when I watched the Warriors and the Melbourne one, you could hear fuckheads yahooing and shit.
That just
And I just got
fucking
so
does my head
cranky.
in.
I was like, this is the difference between bloody AFL and rugby league fucking fans, you know? Like, I don't know. It just shit me because I was like, there's 95,000 over there and you didn't hear a peep. And then you
Yeah.
hear these dickheads going, yo, and shit like
just
that.
fucking
That-
1 minute to be quiet.
I remember the same thing happened in the Origin down in New South Wales. There was a minute silence and all those fucking idiots were
Yeah,
carrying
that
on.
was.
So it must be a
fucking-
New South Wales thing.
Yeah,
It's gotta be.
That was in Victoria, but anyway,
Yeah.
last
Too
night
far.
There must have been heaps of them there.
Yeah, would have
yeah, supporting the Kiwis.
Yeah. Something like that. But no, I get you, man. Like, as much as you shouldn't be allowed to hit people in public, I honestly think in a minute silence where you just have to fucking shut up.
Well, something like that happened at the Suncorp. I remember. So there was a minute silence for something, and someone was carrying on, and the boys just pumped him, and there was video footage of it
Yeah.
and everything.
Well, mate,
I
I
remember
remember-
what
yeah.
that was, but everyone, like even all the journalists were like on the side of the people that give the flogging.
Well, it's
out.
natural
Yeah.
selection, eh? Like, as in, that is one time where you just shut up. No
Yeah.
matter how pissed, how fucked up, or how pumped you are, they're obviously doing that minute silence
Yeah.
for a reason.
Do you need attention that bad that you need to speak? Then you
Yeah,
can't.
full of piss,
Yeah.
probably, but still.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree, man. That's shit.
The Tigs, they couldn't get it done for me. I think I would have been the only bloke who tipped them.
There was a bit of
And
fucking
I
hope
was
there.
looking good. I was
Worst
going to be
tip of all
crying.
time.
I should have got 7 out of 8 instead of being stupid and thinking the Tigs would do it though.
Yeah.
But I'll take me 6 and I'll move on. I got 6 and I went down the ladder.
I
Because
did see that.
Heaps of
yeah.
people got 7 and 8. I think there was a few perfect rounds there.
Yeah.
Which doesn't help.
I think if people took the risk and went Rabbitohs, you're fucking getting 8 because everyone was
that's
most
right.
like, I got 7, and the only one that fucked me was Penrith.
Yeah.
But I'd take that any day of the week.
He's got me. He's talked me out of the Cowboys last week, so I got that one.
Did you tip the Cabs?
I did.
Yeah, so
and I was
did
like,
I.
ooh, they're just fucking holding
We
on.
talked you out of it.
Yeah, remember last
we
week you were
did.
saying Tomalolo and all like that, and I'm like, oh yeah,
Oh,
Knights.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Cotter's playing lock.
Yeah. And but anyway, but I went me joke around and I got 6. And if someone had said at the start of the year you can have 6 on your joke around, I would have went thank you.
Yeah, that's fucking.
100%.
So I can't
Bloody
really whinge too much about it.
The Finns come back. Crazy, wasn't it?
Just such a Titans thing to do.
Oh, mate,
man.
that is literally a script written of the Titans.
Yeah,
that is
If
them
you had
all
to
over.
show them any non-NRL fan just a game about the Titans to just sum it all up, it's that.
Yeah, they have no resilience at
No.
all. Like, as in, when it starts crumbling, they can't just be like, can we stop doing this?
Yeah.
They
Can we
just
hearten
continue
the
to
fuck
just
up?
shit
Yeah.
themselves.
Everyone will bang on about Bennett being a master coach, but it was just the Titans.
Well, they have a track record of doing that, don't they?
Yeah.
Like crumbling.
yeah.
And it's fucking, it was pretty, got to admit, we were sitting to that thing, and it's like, I think everyone could see it happening.
Yeah.
Because like, as soon as they
Yeah.
come out that second half, it's like, they're
They're a
fucking
different
on
team,
here,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Once the try before half time, you were like, oh, yeah. But then as soon as they got that first one, after half time, it was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it was good for the tips.
Yep.
Now, Tommy's Crows beat my Hawks. Look, it
This
wasn't the best game skill-wise, but it was a bloody good watch. We obviously mentioned we were at Adelaide. We were at the casino watching it. Heap of Crows fans, and I definitely wasn't being quiet about the game.
Oh, wouldn't expect anything less.
So,
I'm actually glad Crows won, not just because I'm a mad Crows man, but because Groper would have been violently bashed
yeah,
if
The carry on. If
Hawthorn had a
won.
one, man, he would have. He was just.
Holy.
I could see him cooped up, ready to just go, yeah, and then just get
Oh,
swarmed.
the Crow Mafia would have fucking.
he would have got
flogged
murdered
ya.
by a murder.
I was,
of Crows.
I was half quiet, like, obviously most of the game. And then fourth quarter, we kicked a couple of goals, and I'm going, oh, and I just started shouting up. And then Adelaide would have a shot for goal, and I'd do a little boo. And then people would turn around, like, who's booing? And I was like, that was me. Anyway, it was a good game. Like I said, not the greatest skill game, but it was a good watch. And then they're all going, 4 in a row for the Crows. And I'm like, mate, you just beat the wooden spooners. Fucking calm
Yeah.
down. But anyway, it was good. And then the traditional Anzac game in the AFL, unbelievable yesterday.
That was a
the
fucking
build-up,
cracker.
last post, in front of 95,000 boys.
You were close.
I was
You-
2,000
yeah.
off. I think I went a bit hard there. But still, predicted 97. They got, was it the biggest? I think it was the biggest Anzac Day
yeah.
crowd ever.
Yeah,
And
right.
The second biggest home and away crowd
Yeah,
ever.
non-finals game. Yep.
Yeah.
That's good, eh?
It's
So-
just proving the game's still growing.
It was a cracker at crack a day in Melbourne though. They did a
Fucking-
big flyover of the river and everything,
Yeah.
all the way to the G, and it just looked like that perfect.
Can you
Melbourne
imagine
day.
going to that game and then just a little 100-meter walk over to Amy Park for the Warriors?
I
and Storm
thought that
game?
exact thing. I'm like,
That would
surely
be
we got to do that one year.
fucking awesome,
That
man.
atmosphere would have been fucking proper good at that.
Mate.
Holy.
And way better to
honestly-
watch than on TV too.
So, yeah, Essendon are up by 28 points at 3/4 time, and then you just knew that it wasn't over.
It just had it's just such a
28 points at 3/4
fucking Collingwood
time,
thing to do, eh?
and the Pies just come out, and the noise in that joint was electric, man. In that fourth quarter, Nick Dacos is just out of the world.
Oh,
he's playing crazy footy, and if they don't put a tag on him, he is going to get 50 points in the Brownlow voting. Like,
Yeah, right.
honestly, he is just fucking crazy.
I
good
can't
at the
think of
moment.
a player who's sprouted so young and dominating as much as he is probably since like Chris Jardine.
Yeah,
Like fucking
when
he'll-
he was 19 against the Lions that day. But this
Yeah.
bloke's doing it every fucking week.
he had over like 40 disposals.
He had 40 touches and he kicked 2 goals, both
Yeah.
in the last quarter. Just
Oi,
stood up.
not knowing fuck all like about it in general. How much are your guns in AFL getting paid a season?
Well, Buddy was on. I think he got 10 million for 9 years. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This-
righto.
That was 9 years ago.
So is it a similar? Oh,
it's
so,
pretty similar
I think-
to
like Dustin Martin's probably getting 1.2.
So it's
Yeah.
a pretty
Something like
much
that.
the same as your NRL.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's
there's
not a
more-
massive
there's
jump
more
difference.
players.
yeah,
Obviously.
Yep. No,
So
I
you
get it.
got 18 on the field and 4 on the interchange
Yep.
at all times, and then I don't know. Don't quote me on how big the squad is, but
yeah.
imagine the squad would be bigger as well.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
because you got more.
No, I was just interested. I just haven't heard any like salaries before. And
Yeah,
that.
It's
Well,
not as discussed salaries in AFL as it is in rugby league.
It is when there's a big move.
Yeah, something
but
like
not-
when Buddy went to Sydney, that
Yeah,
was
that
fucking
was
big.
huge.
But yeah,
that was a deal of the fucking century.
yeah,
But yeah, it was just awesome to watch, and you just knew that even though Essendon were up, you just felt like Collingwood were going to do something.
Yep.
And then they've kicked a few goals, and they were like back to back, so the crowd didn't have time to settle, and then they're up again, and it was just like you could just hear the noise through the fucking telly.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was
It was awesome.
What did it end up being? Like who won?
Collingwood won by. It ended up being 13 points, but they kicked the goal after the siren.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So it was just tight.
That would have been
whole-
great to watch.
Yeah, it was great. Good on them.
Darcy Moore's speech was. I don't know if
That
you
was
saw
good,
that.
yeah.
Like you're talking about SJ's the other week, where that real raw, like fucking good speech, and that was Darcy Moore's topped it off
It was
perfectly.
good,
It
eh?
was a great speech.
He didn't talk anything about, or didn't talk much, I should say, about either side's performance.
Yeah.
He just focused everything on the veterans and servicemen and women, and he went for probably 4 or 5
Yeah.
minutes, and he just focused on that the whole time.
Just how fortunate
well,
they
thanking
are that they
them.
get to share that game with Essendon and
Yeah,
that. Like,
he just kept saying, thanks for letting us try and represent or try and play our game for you.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
cool.
And he just, it was really good.
It was a great touch.
That's good.
He done well, old Darth.
I fucking I got to say I enjoyed going to that live game too. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
like
it
just
was.
the atmosphere and where we were sitting and
What
you can
happened,
see
bro?
everything. Oh, I was fucked up, but it was. I enjoyed it though.
Yeah,
it's
it was
The
good.
all in got up. That's what I know.
Yeah, no.
Uh.
No, it was. It was good. And we had, like, I don't think you could get a bad seat at that oval.
Nah,
You
At
can't.
that oval.
you see everything, man. Like as
Yeah.
in we were
It's like the G as well.
we were really high up or whatever, but yeah, like Groper said, you didn't miss one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely on
good.
my bucket list of stadiums I want to go to in Australia.
Yeah, 100%. I want to go to the cricket. for
Day
sure.
night would be fucking superb.
Be unreal.
Yeah, man.
Or go to a showdown, like Port Adelaide versus
Yeah,
Adelaide.
that would be
fucking
fucking
unreal.
crazy.
Yeah. Hard to get a ticket to that, though, I've heard.
Yeah.
Because
Would be.
Just
all
members.
the members get them.
Yep.
What do we reckon about the boxing, boys? Garcia versus Tank Davis.
Look, this is a hard one because you always get those people who just spray of having an opinion, but
Someone
the-
did it at the casino.
Yeah. Really?
That day.
But like, you know, the Tank Garcia, I had a little bit of money on Garcia because I thought there was a bit of value there. Like, because I was like, I don't think it's that fucking far apart. And,
Lopsided,
like,
yeah.
There's a fair bit of skill, and you always saw that Tank just had that weapon ready to just fucking
Oh, I reckon-
hit him. You know.
Not that I'm a major boxing analyst or anything, but Garcia's reach was probably going to win him the fight, and he just got Tank just sucked him in, and then 2 punches changed the whole fucking fight.
I reckon the reach was maybe not winning him the fight, but it was going close.
I feel like his
Yeah.
confidence. I feel like his confidence was getting up too fast, and that's when he started dropping him a bit and letting him go, and that's when Tank hit him and dropped him.
Yeah, when he dropped him in that second round,
And he was
that
like,
first
ooh.
2 rounds, I was like, holy fuck, Garcia is dominating him here, and he just got too close to
Whack.
him. Because that was the only,
I reckon the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th rounds though were like probably split.
I'd love
you
to
know?
see the
He-
scorecard of what have you
I've
seen
seen
it?
the scorecard,
What
yeah.
did they score it?
I think Garcia won round 1 for 2 of them, and then the rest of it was pretty lopsided to Tank.
Really?
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Fucking
That shows how much we know.
yeah.
But that's,
that
I
means
think
know fuck
Garcia
all.
didn't do terrible, but the way he came out firing, and he was definitely winning those first 2 rounds, in my opinion. And those next 4, I think that punch that knocked him down rocked his confidence big time.
Man, with that one where he got the body shot, like, obviously you've heard from so many people who actually know what they're talking about with boxing, and that shot just destroys
Yeah, the
cunts.
liver shot would
But
rock you.
for me, I'm like, if he didn't just spring up as soon as he finished counting to 10, I would have, if he was still down and like curled over or
Yeah.
something, I would have been like, oh yeah, he's fucked him up.
I thought he was going to take the 8 count.
That's
why
what
I was,
we were
I was like, oh, he's
Well,
taking the 8,
yeah.
he'll get up. And then I was like, he's not moving.
And like if he stayed down after and had to, I don't know, I just felt like really could you not get up?
Just use every fucking part of your body to
And
get
then
up
like
and
if he
continue that
comes
fight.
over and feeds you and the ref calls it
Yeah.
off maybe, but and that like I'm saying, I'm not saying I could cop anything better.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't at all. I'm just saying it was a bit disappointing going, ugh, come on, bruh.
Yeah.
It was a bit
fucking-
of like a...
You just
What
popped
happened
up
there?
after he
You
fucking
wanted
waved
him
it off.
to. You wanted him to get up and go, "Fucking, I'm done here," but just hit me again.
Yeah, and then
Literally.
just cop a flurry on the ropes and like
Yeah.
call it off, and at
Yeah.
least you can take some fucking
Biggest
pride out
fight of
with
your
you, I don't
career.
know.
Yeah. He's
But,
24,
hang on.
man.
Yeah, that's right.
24 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, Davis is a fucking freak,
Yeah.
obviously. So
Yeah, he just looks so small in there.
He does.
It's fucked.
I don't know.
There was a clip of him and John Jones meeting, and John Jones made him look like a child.
Yeah.
And just like standing over him and talking like down to him. He's just like,
You
"Oh,
would
yeah."
make him look like a child,
He's a fucking small bloke.
but he'd hit you in the
A
ribs.
child that would knock me the fuck out.
Yeah. Oh, well.
But I was hyped before the fight though because we had to stream it on our phone at the sports bar, which was a joke.
Yeah.
But like, when they were lining up, I'm like, holy fuck, this doesn't happen very often. Like 2 proper superstars of the sport in their prime or not even there yet.
Yeah.
Putting their O's on the line, like good on
Yeah.
them.
They
Yeah.
promoted it really well. I
Fucking
think.
good on them. Good on boxing for finally doing something like that because like Mayweather, Pacquiao, they weren't in there both in their prime.
No, that
That's
took
what they
way
always
too long.
do, eh?
Yeah.
So, yeah, good on them.
That's what-
Hopefully they like, try and set a bit of a precedent.
Yeah.
Go, this is what you should fucking
Yeah.
Fucking oath,
exactly.
I agree. And that's what my biggest thing is about why I love the UFC, man.
'Cause
Because
they
normally
have-
it's
yeah.
every card and every division. The best is literally fighting the best and moving up the ranks or
Yeah,
down if you
fucking
lose.
oath.
And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Your belt just vacates if you don't fucking
Yeah.
fight. Like
Yeah.
it's almost like you got to do this fight. Get the fuck
That's
out.
what
if you
that
can't.
structure does, I reckon,
Yeah.
for them, because they're all under the one company sort of thing.
Yeah,
It
and it's
creates-
working.
They're
'cause-
employees, basically.
Yeah,
There's only like there hasn't been many UFC cards that I haven't been pumped for. One coming up that it's probably the least pumped I've ever been, and that's Aljamain Sterling versus Cejudo.
yeah.
Because Cejudo, I wasn't really a big fan of the sport when he was proper fighting, hooking in, so I didn't really get to see him much. And Sterling's just a fucking backpack.
Yeah, I'm just like I don't know what it is. Bantamweight has never really entertained me much.
Well,
and it's not
Sean
because
O'Malley's there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a fucking like when I started getting into it, that was when I was like Demetrius Johnson and
Yeah,
Cejudo
yeah.
on that, and it was all like I hadn't. It proved how much I kept up because I fucking saw Cejudo fighting. And I was like, I swear that cunt retired.
Yeah.
he's coming out just fucking thinking he's in a Rocky Balboa movie or some shit.
Yeah, and I'm like that. There's that fight, but normally if there's a fight like that, it's all good because they'll put like a Gaethje versus Chandler on as the
Yeah.
co-main, and you're like, oh yeah, there we go. But I
Yeah.
think they put Gilbert Burns versus that Bilal Muhammad, and I'm like,
How fucking props to Gilbert Burns for fighting 3 times in 4 months.
wait, I'm a fan of Gilbert Burns,
Yeah.
but Bilal Muhammad, I'm like, there's just nothing that makes me go, fuck yeah, take my money.
Yeah, how do you flog Yohei Masvidal and then get a fight against him?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Anyway,
Yeah.
well, we'll move on, eh?
Mm.
I think it's Squeeze of the Week time, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Brought to you by our proud partners at the Standard Squeeze. Look, essential item for any Reggies out there. If you've ever mixed oil for a two-stroke engine, you'll know exactly how to use one of these.
Fucking oath you will.
You get your measured nip, whether it's a 30 mil, 100 mil, they cover everything at the Standard Squeeze. Comes with instructions on the back of how to use in case you haven't poured two-stroke oil into a fucking whippersnipper or something before. You can buy replacement lids, snapbacks, shirts, all the merch, you name it. Head over to thestandardsqueeze.com to get amongst the action. Use the code Reggie15 at checkout for your 15% off.
Fucking use it.
I
I heard they got.
Okay.
I heard they got
do
stickers.
it.
Do you know how
They do.
I saw someone blowing up about like, ooh, what if you ride on there and you can't rub it up? There's they actually brought out stickers. So like all
Did
types
they?
of different piss
Yeah.
that you can just go and just stick him on there, peel him off. So
Yeah,
they,
sheet
just,
of 'em.
See,
they just listen.
they listen to us.
Yeah.
They listen to us. But, right, who's the Squeeze? I think this is just a fucking absolute shoe-in.
Mate,
bloke.
this squeeze just
Wow.
fucking stumbled his way into our eye holes.
He didn't stumble his way into Squeeze of the Week, though.
Oh.
He fucking roared in
He
there.
Yeah,
didn't
mate.
stumble his way into the fucking trial line. either,
So
the useless
Jennings
cunt.
for the Dolphins on the wing.
Oh, mate.
He absolutely butchered a sitter, reinforcing that wingers are still the old wingers that we know and love.
Yep.
Okay, we said for a while their centers are the new wingers. No, only a winger would do
So-
that. So he's got the ball in open pasture, like Nicarima's fist is in the air.
Yeah,
pumping.
He's got a pass and he's caught it on his bootlaces.
Mm.
So he was stumbling like, you know, when you're running and you full pelt and you stumble a bit. He has then fallen over and you're like, oh, yeah, he'll just put it over now because
or just keep shuffling.
there was no one near him.
No.
And, yeah, he's just laid there and didn't move. And Nicarima's the first one that got to him.
Yeah, and
His
it's
own
literally
player was
saying,
going move, and he just didn't. And then someone finally just tackles him, and he just sort of got up and went, "Fuck!"
like he could have
Nicarima
literally
was
crawled.
fuming
Oh,
too.
yeah.
He
And
could
this-
smell the fucking trial
This is
line.
they're 2 tries behind at this
Joey
point.
would have
Yeah.
snorted the line.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, he
Yeah.
was a
Oh.
fly shit off it, and just Groper and I looked at each other and went, he's getting squeeze of the week.
Yeah,
Sure.
brain snap that was not going unnoticed.
Man,
We just-
and he
yeah.
actually fucked another try too, which
did, the
wasn't
next
as
one.
bad. Like if he just
Yeah.
fucked that one up, but that was 2 in a row. And even you could even see him when he scored the third one, he was even still shaking his head going, like,
Yeah.
I shouldn't have had to get to here.
yeah.
Well, I don't know if you haven't seen it. Like that was. We tried to explain it there. Go and watch it, and you will just
Be very
you'll point at the
surprised.
TV and go,
Wow.
Squeeze.
Yeah,
Yep.
squeeze. What a
So
squeeze.
thank
Hopefully,
you. to
as
Standard
you're squeezing
Squeeze.
one.
Get that into your Jennings.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Should we put the tips in?
Yep. We
Sounds
should
good.
definitely put the
Righto.
tips in.
Let's put them in. I've got
All
to
right.
get mine up here.
Yeah, me too. Righto, boys. So, on 7:50 Thursday night, we have Sharks versus the Cowboys at PointsBet Stadium, Shark Park.
Yeah, I'm going Sharkies.
Yeah.
Cowboys
100%.
back in the winner's circle, but not convincing enough at all, man.
Nah. No, I got the Sharks as
Down
well
there,
there.
Sharks for me.
Yeah.
Get it on, Nico.
Yep. Friday, we have Para versus Newcastle at Combank.
That'll be. I think Newcastle will actually play pretty well in this.
I can just scratch last week for Para
Yeah,
and just go off the previous.
but yeah, I agree. I
That
think
is
Para
shit
will be
one.
too good.
Yep. I'm
Me
going
too.
to go Para.
Yep. We're all the same first two. Right, Suncorp. I reckon this will be a fucking ripper game to watch personally.
Game of the round, I
Yeah.
reckon.
Brisbane versus Rabbitohs. This will be really good.
Obviously, yeah. Well, you go. Sorry.
Sorry, mate. I've been hearing you talk about value a lot, Tom. Value, fucking value. And somehow Brisbane are the underdogs here.
Yeah.
It's purely because Payne, Arse, and Ezra Mam are out.
Ooh.
Payne didn't get named.
Payne, no,
Texas
so
came
Payne and Ezra both got a week for the hip
Oh,
drops.
they did.
And OT back, Baum does his PCL.
I'm not changing it again. Fuck yous. I went the Broncos.
Boy, that just goes to show how much fucking footy we watched on the weekend.
Oh, well, look, we had a bit on, mate.
I didn't even know my own team's best player got done for a hip drop.
Yeah, well, it's fair enough because there wasn't even a fucking penalty in game for the hip drop.
I hate the hip
There was
drop.
no penalty, nothing on report, not a fucking thing. Ezra got 10.
Yeah, I did see
So
that.
did Hopgood. Hopgood gets left off fine, no fucking suspension.
Well, they didn't put that in the... Because I watched the highlights of all the games,
Yeah.
just the quick ones, and they didn't put... Just before we actually move on from that, how good was Ezra Mam's flick? by
Oh,
the
that
way,
was fucking glorious,
to
man.
score? Oh, mate. I watched that and just went... I went to put something in the notes about it. That was the best try fucking of the year so far,
That's a
surely.
great try for us.
Yeah, right.
I think
that-
Paynehuss's was a hip drop, but they got to be more consistent about it. Like that,
Yeah.
they didn't call penalty for that, but they did for Hopgood, and Hopgood didn't get suspended, but Paynehuss does. And I think 75% of it was because RCG got fucking injured. If he had got up and played the ball, they wouldn't have called it. But that's just my 2 cents on the
This
situation.
hip drop
But
thing's just out of control at
Yeah.
the moment. It's yeah, like you say, one's a penalty, no suspension, and the other one's no penalty but a suspension. So
it doesn't. They need to be consistent if they're
They're
going to fucking
consistently cracking down.
They're consistently
But-
finding something to be inconsistent with.
Yeah.
Every fucking year there's something that they
Yeah,
find a
always
loophole. And
something,
there's this,
Is it
but
just so that we talk about it,
I think so.
and so
Yeah.
that the NRL is just
In the
a hot
spotlight.
topic
Yeah.
all the time? It must be.
Must be,
I
man.
don't
The
know.
Landys.
But yeah, I wasn't aware of that either, Groper, but I'm going Broncos purely because I've got them ticked here and I already put my tips in.
Yeah, I'm
and
still tipping Brisbane.
Yeah.
It's bad juju.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, mate. Like usual.
Yeah,
So
I'm
Jay-
tipping Broncos.
Yeah.
If I had got away with that first week with tipping Penrith,
Mm-hmm.
this would probably be a game where you might think about it. But because it's at Suncorp, it's like, nah.
I think it'll be our biggest test yet, but like,
boys will get us
fucking-
home.
So
oh,
who's
definitely.
who's replacing them then?
Jock Madden's playing 6, Keenan Palacia is playing 10, and Jesse Arthur's slotting back in for OT.
So that's
but
all
he's
right.
that's
He's
what
been
I
playing
mean.
well there.
Like Jock's getting his debut, and I actually think he'll perform really well.
Renault just have to stand up.
Yep, do what he does best.
He does love standing up.
Against the old team as well.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, fucking game of the round for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suncorp will be pumping.
Friday night? Yes.
Yeah,
Friday
mate.
night. Fucking oath.
Do we
Right.
ever not get Friday night games?
We don't anymore.
Oh, we still get a majority of them.
Oh.
It was
So-
always a fucking topic for a while there.
So we're all on the Bronx?
Yeah.
Righto. So Saturday, 3 p.m, McDonald Jones Stadium. Now, this is where I see some fucking value. Canberra versus Dolphins.
I also see value.
Now, I've gone the Finns. I don't know. Not because I believe that they are unreal, because I feel like Canberra could do exactly what the Titans did last week, and I fucking like the Dolphins. So I'm like,
Yep.
But
I'm
I
going
think
Dolphins.
all this media shit going on with the Raiders at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
White
It's gotta
and
do
going to
something,
Rabbitohs.
It's
Mate.
got to play something.
Me too.
Yeah.
And bro, I think at the moment, like, Dolphins are paying a fair bit just to fucking win against
to
the
win,
Raiders, and I
yeah.
don't understand.
Yeah.
It's
That's
purely
so-
just home ground advantage,
For,
I
m-
think.
for me, that's my value of the round.
Is it
Yeah.
But
during
I've
the
gone-
afternoon too? So there's no, it's cold in
Yeah.
Canberra.
Yeah, 3 o'clock. So,
Yeah.
but I've gone the Finns anyway.
Yeah,
What do you-
so have I.
yeah, same. Fins.
Finns up.
We did that a few times. Like fucking Sunday half.
Righto, 5:30 at Brookvale. Manly versus the Titans.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Manly.
Me too.
They just, last home game, they beat Melbourne, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
So
exactly. I think Brookvale's just a fucking fortress.
We'll give, surely if the Titans are up at any point, you just fucking put money on Manly.
Yeah, you'd have
It's one of those ones though. They're like, I'm definitely going Manly, but if Titans won, I wouldn't be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Wouldn't be that
this
much of a
year's
shock.
fucking
They've both been
hard, man.
inconsistent.
Yeah, they just need to keep going the whole time, the
Yeah.
Titans.
Yeah, you don't win games while winning one fucking
Or don't
half.
fucking blow yourself out as hard
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the start if you can't
Or
keep
let
going.
them get ahead and then come back.
Yeah, I'm starting to give up on it for Fee to try too.
Oh, it always seems
mate.
like such a good idea, doesn't it? It's like
He's just-
this game is going to turn up And now
Yeah.
we've said it probably will score this weekend, but I've given up a while ago on that.
Me
But
too.
yeah, I've gone Manly.
Yep, well, we're all in the same there. Tigers versus Penrith.
Penrith
Moving
v
on.
Tigers, actually.
Yeah, Penrith v
Carrington
Tigers.
Park, where's that?
It must be a fucking don't know.
Yeah.
It's not
Quick
Bluebet
Well,
Stadium though.
I'm just on the ESPN app here, and 1% have picked the West Tigers.
For a few
So,
loyals, Tigs
Wow.
fans. Groper, actually, you going to pick them this week?
mate, that was almost a great.
Yeah, that was
tip.
awesome, man.
8 minutes to go, they're in front. Jeez, I was crowing then too.
Yeah, I've gone Penrith.
Yeah,
They'll
we've all
bounce
gone
back
Penrith.
this week.
Yeah. Righto. Next game at Mount Smart, we have the Bros versus the Roosters.
Oh, I think. I don't know. See, because they both played on. Because they both played
Yeah.
on Tuesday. There's no excuse for me to go. Oh,
Exactly.
they just played. So it's hard. I don't know. I think I will probably. I'll tip Sydney, but yeah, just because of the 48 injuries that the Woodgers got on
Yeah.
Tuesday night.
I reckon the Bros will win, but purely because they can fuck off, I'm going the Roosters.
You reckon they
Out
will?
of principle. I reckon they will. I don't know. I reckon
just-
at home, they just seem to show some fucking resilience this year.
Yeah,
just-
but
Yeah, they're a
man,
different team.
Literally, they're going to have like 4 or 5 changes.
how
this
many
week.
bad injuries was out of those?
I think there was a
Jazz
few
Tavanga's done his-
HIAs and shit.
Yeah.
And there was, yeah.
Chance, HIA, Jazz Tavanga, Achilles, I think.
But I don't think though, like they won't be able to play on Sunday with the HIA
Nah,
on
it's
Tuesday.
It's 11 days,
So,
yeah. That's a
Yeah.
big loss. But
Well, I'm Roosters anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll
I've
go.
gone Warriors.
Have ya?
Regardless of the injuries
True.
and that, I think they could have easily beat Melbourne there, man. And like,
Yeah, I know.
I know the whole turnaround. There's factors against some injuries, but I just got that feeling.
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
think at home,
Yeah.
they'll fucking.
Well.
I think they'll get it done.
One of us should be right. Well,
Roosters just aren't convincing enough this year. I tipped them minor
I
fucking
know,
premiers, and they have just
So
been
do I.
so like.
Teddy actually had his first go of the year though
Yeah.
on
How's that?
on Tuesday.
But
That
yeah,
was
so
good.
I've
And-
gone the Bros.
Yeah,
Yep.
and Smithy fired up too. The cheese.
Yeah, and Victor
Oh.
Radley doing what Victor Radley does.
Boy, that's
Fuck off.
3 in a row.
Yeah,
mate.
That's 3 bins in a row.
no.
If he would definitely get a start on the Reggie, the RRLC.
He actually, when he did his interview after, he literally just went, "I don't." He was so just out of it. He's
Yeah.
going, "I don't know. My head's all over the place. I don't know. Like, what do I do?" I feel fucking bad for him, hey.
Yeah,
Anyway.
there needs to be something in his fucking contract. If you get concussed or sent in the bin, there's fucking 10 grand out of your paycheck gone. Cunt.
Yeah, but what is he supposed to do
Fuck
with that?
that. I love
People-
seeing it.
I love seeing it too, but like it's just such a liability at this point.
But he hit him on the shoulder.
That
with
one
his
was
chest.
Yeah, that one was pretty harsh, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, fuck
poor
off
cunt.
with
But yeah, you got to fix something, mate.
One to go. Yeah, fucking oath. Jace said.
Yeah, you listen to me, mate.
Wins Stadium to finish off the round at 4:05 p.m. Dragons versus the Dogs. What a fucking rip snorter to finish
Oi,
off the round.
I was gonna say that whole Sunday fucking Dragons footy I talk about. I'm getting a good vibe from that one too.
I'm not gonna fucking shy away from watching that
Oh,
one.
there's no
Yeah.
sarcasm
And
there.
come on the doggies.
Oh, has
Doggies will
he?
pump them this week, mate.
Wow.
Mate, that was a hard game of footy on Tuesday. Like I said,
Yeah.
I don't reckon there was one Dragons bloke who didn't bleed.
Yeah, but it's the Dogs.
Oh, righto.
I've gone Dragons.
Me
Fuck,
too.
13 plus, boy.
Home ground,
Red
Sunday
V.
afternoon, like I was talking about.
The Spooners.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is a
Spooners
couple of
will get a win.
differences there. We started off pretty similar, but yeah.
And the Storm with the bye.
Yes.
That's it.
So, all right, well, the tips are in, so that only means one thing.
Time for a punt.
Let's
It
have a
is.
punt.
It's time for a punt.
Just say yours now, Graper, if you want.
Yeah, just rip into it, man.
Yeah,
And then we'll wrap it up.
I will, because I'm starting with the Bluebet All-In.
Oh,
Bluebet All-In ridiculously went to the Port Adelaide game last week at $1.06. So this week we have a whopping $530 to load all in. Righto, Bluebet All-In back with me this week, and look, didn't really want to change the formula because I haven't lost one yet. I looked at Private Eye racing at Eagle Farm, but because there's only 9 in the race as we speak, which means 2 scratchings, next thing 2 are out. We've got to run.
yeah.
We've got to run second, and I'm all fucking nervous.
Just mayhem.
We're not going there. Well, we're going back to the footy. We've
Oh.
done this before, but we're going back to Penrith. This time against a depleted Tigers side who are hopeless. I thought about -4.5 start, but that didn't work last
No,
time.
it didn't.
I thought about 13 plus,
Oh,
but thought, don't be greedy, you bastard. So I settled for -7.5. Blue bet all in is on the Penrith Panthers -7.5 start at $1.24. Let's go.
Ooh, -7.5. You've put the nuts on
This
the
is
line there.
fucking deja vu.
Mate, they're going to win by 30.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what I like about this? Is that it's like a fucking attention thing for 80 minutes, not like a
Yeah.
race.
Well, hopefully it's
Yeah.
only 20 minutes and it's 30-0.
It's a
after
blowout.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what we're doing.
Fuck
Thank
yeah.
you, Blue Bet. 5.30, -7.5, Penrith Panthers, $1.24. Let's do it.
$1.24.
Fuck yes.
Let's fucking go, bruh. That's prime. I'm pumped.
Well,
Nice.
now we've also got the Blue Bet Old Boys segment. How do you want to do this week, boys?
I reckon last week it went well for me, so let's do that.
So we'll go Old Boy.
After our
spawn of Old Boy.
Yeah.
Old Boy spawn. Old
Yeah.
Boy spawn.
Yeah.
See, I
Good.
knew I was fucking doing the right thing.
Yeah, yeah,
You folks
yeah.
have just got to trust me.
Yeah, you're right, we're wrong.
As always.
Oh, well, we're doing it.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, righto, Keats.
Let's go.
What do you got for us? Something.
Hey guys, how are we? Cheetos Collectors here.
Always cheerful.
The second word, collectors, is not working. Anyway, post-mortem from last week. Keto is currently having a bad run. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. 2 weeks in a row I've produced for the Central Punters Club, the local, so there's something going on here this midweek. Shit's not working. But anyway, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's give Saturday racing a miss. Let's give the footy a miss. Let's head off to Rockhampton on Sunday. That's right, the second running of the Archer. The concept of this race is based on the Everest. 12 slot holders, 50k each. And I've got the winner. Last year, the inaugural first running of the Archer, Emerald Kingdom, went up there and won it. Guess what? Emerald Kingdom's going to go up there and win it again. That's right, Keto's Collectors is getting on Emerald Kingdom in the Archer, Rockhampton on Sunday. Cannot tell you the race number, the horse number. Well, I can say early markets this morning when I had a look, $8.50 and $2.40. We're just going to go 20 each way. We'll be back in the winner's circle. Good luck to the slot holder, Bucket List Syndicate. I hope you get this one home for me on Sunday for the punters, for Blue Bet, for the Reggies, and for Keto, for fuck's sake.
Come
Oh,
on,
there
I'd
you
love
go.
to see him get a win.
Yeah.
Is Keto the last one, the only
Yes.
one who hasn't had a win?
It was in the script earlier, but I left it out. I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
The Rocky race is on Sunday too.
Yeah, so he
Nice.
couldn't even give us a barrier or anything like that.
Going
so it's
rural, I
bold.
love it.
Yeah, I
Just
love it.
remember the name.
That's good though. I forgot about that. That they've tried to do same sort of concept. Obviously, way less money than
Yeah.
Everest, but yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome. Gives us something to do on Sunday.
Fucking oath.
Now, short and sharp for me. We're just going spawn. Me, yeah.
Go Spawn.
Teased it before. Private Eye, Brisbane, race 8 on Saturday. Couple of good horses. Rothfire's in there. Prince of Boom's a good horse, but gate 3, Private Eye gets the gun run. Will peel off heels and beat them in the run home. They scratched it in that in the All Age.
Yeah.
And now we know why.
Yep.
Because they're going to target the Stradbroke handicap, which is in probably a month's time. And yeah, this is its lead up run. So simple for me. Private Eye on the nose, $2.30.
Yep.
Takes all the whether horses get scratched or whatever on the nos. Let's go.
I like it.
Good
You
stuff.
do
I've got to
love
get back.
the eye,
I've got to get
don't
back
ya?
in the fucking winner's circle, boys. So
Mm.
yeah, it'll win.
Nice.
Yep.
I like it. I will
Jump
be
on.
on it for sure.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Right.
G'day, Reggies. Pedro's picks are back. No luck again last weekend with a few of my bets, to be honest. It was a prig of a weekend. But can change it up this week, lads. The
Fair bit of
boys putting the
changing it
AFL
up.
on last week has maybe changed a few things around. Do love my AFL. Love my Carlton Blues.
Oh.
So I'm going to change it. I'm going Broncos 13 plus over the Rabbitohs. Yes, that's right.
What?
Few lads are out, I know. Broncos 13 plus into Carlton 40 plus over West Coast Eagles over in the
Oh,
West.
that'll happen.
Yeah.
So a couple of hard ones, but I'm going for it. Thanks to Bluebet. It's paying about $15.
Hui.
So whack it on, boys. Broncos 13 plus, Carlton 40 plus. Yeah, boy, I like that. Attack. Cheers, lads.
Yeah, I'll jump on that with you.
Yeah.
Oh, the 13 plus is a big fucking play.
Yeah. Oh, that's huge.
Man,
I do
would've-
like it, but I do like
if he
that.
gets that one, I'll be quietly confident for
Man,
him.
Haas is such a fucking.
Oh, he's just a
I
weapon.
know, right?
man.
He
He's a
changes the
shoot.
game when he comes on, like having him out. But in saying that, we beat Rabbitohs last year without Haas too.
Yeah, fucking let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, Pedro.
Good
On
work.
it.
Well, Spawn.
Go Spawn.
That's right. Spawn's going. I was waiting for fucking Rocket to start playing his. Anyway, so I'm going back to the horses because the multi didn't fucking work for me. And I'm heading to Rose Hill for race 7, Val Dean Holland race. I'm going on number 11, Money from the Sky. So it loves the second up race. It's had 2 wins on second up after running a nice second in its last race. I think it will improve here. Favours a soft track too, and the 1500 metres I don't think will trouble him one bit. Tyler Schiller is right in the gelding, and I'm going on the nose as always. It's paying $5 with our proud sponsor Bluebet, and it's time for me to get back to my winning ways. Come on.
Yep, I like it, and I love the name of that race. Well done to
Yeah, absolutely.
Sydney Racing.
Great
at
touch.
Rose Hill there.
Let's go.
Well done, Rocket.
Hey boys, punters, we're off to Rose Hill this Saturday. Race 4, horse 14, Lavish Empire. Blue bet's paying about $6 a win, $2.25 a place. Tom Sherry on board, a 3-year-old bay gelding. I think he'll do all right. Jump on him, see how you go.
Beautiful. I'm loving our tips this week.
There we go. We all
Nice.
spread out a bit.
It's nice. There's no $40 same games with 18 try scorers.
Wait on. I'm just joking.
Sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Nah,
I've,
righto, what do you got?
Right, boys. So I mentioned when we were doing our tips that I like the value in the Dolphins versus Raiders game at 3 p.m. Feel like hopefully it's a fucking dry track in the Arvo. Haven't looked at a weather forecast, but I'm going. Both of those teams aren't known for their fucking solid defense, like keeping teams to low points. They're Dolphins and Raiders, plenty of points both sides. So I'm going the line over 43.5 points for the game. And I reckon Dolphins will just beat them in a high-scoring match. So I'm going Dolphins 1-12. That's it. And that's paying $7.25 on Bluebet.
I like
All
that.
right. 1 to 12, you've gone. you
Dolphins
didn't just-
1-12
Righto.
and total points over 43.5. So that's
Righto.
22 points each.
Yeah, nice. I think it will be a close one, but yeah, definitely a high scoring affair too.
Yeah, so fucking I think that's pretty good odds for no try scorers.
Yeah.
Just a high scoring game that Dolphins edge out.
Fucking
Yeah.
oath.
Yeah, fair enough. They haven't exactly flogged any team, have they? The
No.
Finns.
No.
So, no, that's good. I like it. That is a good little crop of bets there. Surely we can just produce.
Got a good
this
vibe
week.
there
I
this
do
week,
like
doesn't
that
it?
Yeah,
too.
it does. It's got a really good vibe.
We're going to fucking clean up.
We've just been going.
Get the brooms out,
We've
boys.
been going so well that we're just going to clean up now. Oh, anyway, that's probably all we've got time for. Just,
Yeah.
just joking, Barbs. Just joking, Barbs. I've done him in. No, Barbara's best. What's he got for us? I'd
Barbs.
imagine he'd be going to Brisbane.
Reggies. A little birdie tells me there are a few wounded soldiers on the couch this week. Not as wounded as Barb's fucking wallet on the weekend, I'll give you the tip. Frustrating day on the Rex Hunt, lads. I backed the second winner at Doomben, then a further 8 seconds. Seriously, I thought I was a fucking bull rider. If I backed any more seconds, I would have had a bloody minute. Anyway, put on notice was Barb's best last week, and unfortunately I couldn't salute his hand and Matt received fuck all of the J-Mac magic, and Jace would have been as soft as a baby's bum. Oh well, I must have made an impression though. I haven't been given the Shaminda Vast just yet. Anyway, I'm staying local with my best bet this week. Fellas, Doomben Race 3 in the Valedine Holland Class 6 handicap. We're going for one down the bottom here, lads. Flaming Conquest. This filly was beaten 3.3 last start behind the very impressive Chinny Boom and Beast Mode. David Murphy will have this Daughter of Love Conquers all ready to peak second up on Saturday. Eagle Farm, 1,000 metres, second up. 100% second up record, 2 from 2. 100% Eagle Farm record, 2 from 2. And she's 4 from 6 at the 1,000 metres. Georgina Cartwright will take the reins, and if she can take advantage of this filly's blistering gate speed and get to the front from barrier 5 with 52 kilos on her back, she's going to take some running down. She's about $11 as I record this. Barb's best bet this week, Eagle Farm, race 3, number 11, Flaming Conquest. Keep it stiff, lads, and happy punting.
It's hard not to like that.
That
just
is-
makes me want to go and ask everyone how much money they've got and back it.
Put the whole
Because
fucking
Just the
house on it.
records of like.
the records, but then when he said gate 5, it's got blistering speed, so if it gets to the front with 52 kilos on its back,
Yeah.
fucking good luck catching it over 1,000.
That was a
Oh.
great bet.
It's against $1.80 hot pop, but mate,
There's great value.
you can't
in it.
back that. You
Yeah.
can't not back it when it loves to get to the front and it's got 52 on its back.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Anyway,
The
thanks,
sayings just
Barbs.
get better and better too,
Oh,
don't they?
there was about 20 in a fucking 30 seconds there.
Yeah, I was impressed with how many funneled into that.
Oh, the Shaminda Vast is funny.
that one
I like
fucking
that
got me.
Yeah. Fucking oath, they're good.
Oh, now that is actually all we have time for.
Yes.
Hats off to all the racing Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria. Everyone's doing the Valdine Holland racing. I
Yep.
think that's a great little tribute for him.
Absolutely.
And look, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Hooroo.